There's an old adage in rugby which goes, a team which stays together, plays together. Certainly rugby is a game of 15 men, with the team most together likely to win. Well, Bath's success this season is the culmination of 4 years of a team staying and playing together. As a result, Bath has risen to one of the best teams in the country, and a club which has sent many of their Welsh visitors scurrying home. A case of the griffin nipping the dragon in the bud. With 1,500 paid-up members and on average about 3,000 per home game, it's not really surprising that Bath are enjoying a rewarding season on and off the pitch. The club has just spent £80,000 on improvements. They field 4 teams each Saturday and are quick to point out that many of their supporters come from the Bristol area. Bath is now a rugby city, because despite the recent success of Bath City Soccer Club, the crowd at the Rec to watch rugby is always about 6 times greater. Bath, the 7th oldest rugby club in England, attracts the star players. Quality players like playing for quality clubs because they're attracted by the fixture list, which enables them to play in a prestigious shop window, often looked through by the England selectors. Well, Bath's captain this season is Roger Spurrell, a leading force in Bath's pack and a man who loves the game, not to mention the Ragdoll Trophy, fought for annually against Llanelli. It's a trophy of war, brandished by all at the club, and part of a long history which stretches back to 1865. Like strawberries and cream, rugby and beer go hand in hand. Indeed, Bath's club secretary is first to point out that beer sales are as important as gate receipts. And staring down on the smoky atmosphere are the revered players of yesteryear. Bath's international caps are many, with international recognition coming mainly in the last 15 years.
David Gay is a former Bath and England number 8. What do you think Saturday means to this club?
Well, from the Bath club, it's going to be the best day in their history. This must be the 108th, 109th season, and everybody in the club is looking forward to it tremendously. So it's a highlight of 5 years' hard work put in by a lot of people.
From the days you played at Bath, do you rate this team better or about the same as when you played?
Oh, they're a far better side. They're 50. When we played, we had 1 or 2 good players, and the rest of the players sort of made it aside. But now they're a lot fitter than we were, and the game was a lot quicker. And I must say, it's a joy to watch them. Great pleasure to watch them play.
Has it sunk into you yet that Bath have reached this historic moment in their life?
Oh, I think, yes, Ian. I mean, it sunk in some time ago. I mean, I think we always thought we'd get to the final, and I think we expect to win the final as well.
There's been a lot of sweat and tears spent this season in reaching the final. Sweat in the form of 4 tough cup fixtures, and tears in the injuries which robbed several players of cup places. And for one of their oldest players, standoff John Horton, a moment of reflection.
Big day, whatever happens to West Country rugby, and it might be just a pointer to the England selectors.
Well, you know, we've done our best this year, both Bath and Bristol, and let's hope, you know, it'll sow seeds for the future, and perhaps they'll come down to Bath and Bristol a bit more and see a few West Country people on the England side.
John Horton, thank you very much.
Ian, can we have a close-up on this chest, please?
Yeah, almost there. It's going to be your 4th time rushing at Twickenham. Does this one really matter more than the rest put together?
Oh, it does, yeah. I've played a couple of times there with the university and once in the final trial over Christmas, but to get there with Bath would be tremendous.
And if Spurrell, Hall and Simpson and the back row click, they could pave the way for a Bath victory.
Well, I think it's going to be a very, very hard contest, but I think at the end of the day there's going to be 15 players against 15 players, and I think overall we're going to have the edge on them. So, on a team performance, not individually. I think as a team performance.
I think it would be fair to say that Bristol would be tipped to win it.
Very probably, but pundits have been known to be wrong, as my bookie knows.
Well, one player who shed more tears than most is Simon Halliday. His season ended in agony in a county championship match against Middlesex last November. Well, turning for a simple ball chipped behind him, Halliday was tackled and fell badly. He shattered his ankle and shattered all chances, alas, of playing again this season. After 12 weeks in plaster, Simon is now walking again, waiting to return to the game he loves so much. He missed a county final and a John Player Cup final. So the young stockbroker has watched his share of action.
Well, yes, I'm getting used to it, actually. I've been going up and down to Twickenham for the last few months to watch internationals and the county championships, so I just enjoy the day in the car park.
Has it really sunk into you yet that suddenly Bath has become one of the top clubs in the country?
Yes, I think people have always said we've got a good back line, and we've never had any forwards, but now we've suddenly got a good back row, and the front five are not to be underestimated, and we're suddenly a very good all-round side, capable of playing against people with strong backs, people with strong back line. So, no, I don't think we fear anybody, really.
Well, certainly Bath are superstitious. They never play in a number 30.
Hello and welcome back to our second period of Up for the Cup, when we'll be looking at just a few of the outstanding individuals in both the Bristol and the Bath teams. We're staying with Bath for the moment. A very well-known name there, John Horton, who over many years has been more capable perhaps of anyone of suddenly switching a game in Bath's favour.
Well, John Horton was banner headlines in national papers earlier this season when he confessed that an awarded drop goal in a county match against Yorkshire had not gone through the posts. It's the calibre of a man who's prepared to relinquish victory for honesty and a real love for the game. Horton's not a big man, but he's prepared to mix it with the younger and bigger players when it comes to the dash for the line. Crunching tackles like that hurt. He's a brilliant standoff, a master at switching his team's angle of attack. Now confessing to being over 30, there's still plenty of speed in those old legs. It's his initial burst of 10 or 15 metres that Bath feed on. With the pack in support, Horton can create terror on a rugby pitch. So it's no wonder that Dick Greenwood spends a lot of time at Bath nowadays. There he is with his cheese cutter and scarf on. And it's not surprising that Horton's play this season has earned him an England tour place to South Africa. When you think John's going to kick, he often does the opposite. As he passed the ball, it was this move which nearly ended up in a Bath try over arch-rivals Gloucester earlier this season. Bristol will have to mark Horton well. And let's not forget, give Horton the ball anywhere from 30 metres out, and the Bath fans at Twickenham can expect drop goals like these.
Well, now, if it's a fast-running game, which it could be with the pitch firming up, there's no doubt about the fastest man in this match. That's David Trick, a veritable greyhound of the Bath side this season, who's outrun and outturned many an opposition to a lot of tries.
Bath is reputed to be one of the top 5 fastest wingers in the country. An 11-second, 100-yard specialist, even a car finds it difficult to beat the right winger to the in-goal area. The city of Bath has had the services of Trick since a youngster. Now he's included in the England squad for the controversial South Africa tour this summer, mainly because of his speed over hard ground. So quite obviously, the Bath stockbroker will revel in the fast conditions of Twickenham and is certain to share in the playing honours. He's one of a present breed of Bath players who has both brain and brawn. How does Bath continually attract top-notch players? What's the secret of being a fast runner at rugby?
I haven't got a clue. I really haven't. I mean, we do quite a bit of sprint training, and I used to do an awful lot when I was at school, probably 4 or 5 days a week, purely sprint running. And I mean, that seems to have carried me through at the moment, but there's 4 or 5 of us get the spikes out each summer and have a burn up and down here every now and then.
When you get that ball, and very often you run from defence, which we've noticed this season, what goes through your mind then?
It's funny, actually, a lot of people ask me, do you hear the crowd? And I don't hear a thing, to tell you the truth. I just, it's quite funny, actually. 2 or 3 years ago, things started to go quite badly as far as the game was concerned. And the coach just said, well, look, he said, you're thinking about the game, because everyone was telling me what to do and when to do it and whatever. And he said, you're thinking about the game. He said, for someone like you, that's fatal. So he said, get out there and just do whatever happens. And, I mean, basically, just run away from people, don't you?
So in other words, you really don't know what you're going to do until you do it?
No, I haven't got a clue. I mean, it shows, doesn't it?
Is that one of the secrets of Bath this year, that you have 15 individual players that somehow or other all know what the other are going to do?
Well, I think that's almost summed it up, yeah. There are a lot of individuals in this, well, obviously there are 15, but there are a lot of individual rugby players within the team, but which is great and is easy for a coach, but he has then got to bring those 15 together, which I think really not just this year, but over the last 3 or 4 years, he's been doing that, and now it seems to be coming together.